Nothing we say is investment advice. Please pause on all 3 pages of this disclaimer and read it.
And we're live. We got V the Gorilla with us right now. V, why don't you do that whole intro? You know, you got the intro thing, man. Let's hear it.
Welcome to Algo Factory.
So exciting, bro.
Hey guys, check this out. Here's the deal. We're the only place on God's green earth where you not only learn how to trade, but to build the algorithms that trade on your behalf 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can have a life. Okay? We're also the only place that helps you to understand the markets, not from just technical charting, but from the broader geopolitical, geostrategic sense. We keep tabs on world events and how they affect the market and how to trade them. We're the only place that does that. AlgoFactory.tech. Join us for an incredible price, far lower than our competitors. The best, the most prolific trading room there is. AlgoFactory.tech.
Awesome. Yeah, we links in the description. We also have free algo. So you go to the description, you click that link, we'll send you a free algo. It's going to show you how I build the algos. And by the way, if you know what you're doing, you might just be able to optimize that algo and be profitable and not even need us. Wouldn't that be awesome? It'd be awesome for you. Interestingly enough, as far as like having the algos trade on your behalf, I've had a lot of people want to start there. And that's something that, yeah, man, you know, it's a great thing to be able to do. But the reality is that most people are not ready for that, right? And what I mean by that is trading is a 3-legged table, without one of those legs, it will not stand. The first one's going to be your algo, right? You build the algo, you can code the algo, it can trade for you, and that's all great. But where most people fail, I would say where every single trader fails, is trading psychology. And I know it's like, what do I need psychology for?
It's not only that, your algos constantly need tweaking as well. So it's not something you can just start there and run. You know, you're going to be tweaking it. People are going to be like, you know, this is a set it and forget it. And you're going to go, hey, just give me the algo. I'm going to, you know, go hang out at the park with my kids and go take a vacation and come back and check on it. No.
No, that's a really good point, V. That's and V said something that you don't know how big that is. So when you have an algo, first thing you got to do is test it, and then that's all manual. You do that manually. You don't have to do it manually. If you're really good at coding and you know what you're doing, and you have your trading psychology down. The third leg that we didn't mention yet is the business aspect of trading. If you have those things down, then yeah, you can set up your algo. And if you've done the right homework, you can run it while you're at the beach and doing all those things. But there's a whole process to get to where that works. And part of it is actually testing that algo live. So, you know, let's just say you go ahead, you run the algo, and you realize, hey, why am I not profitable? It was profitable when I tested it. That's because you are running it now. It's different. Testing is different than running. You got to go through the data. You have to siphon through that data. You say, why did this trade fail? Why did that trade fail? A lot of it generally has to do with market conditions. And so what you do is you identify the conditions under which it works, under which it does not work. And then what you really got to do is just turn it off and turn it on based on those conditions. That's the simplest way about it. The other might be that people think they can run the same algo on Bitcoin that they can on the NASDAQ. Well, technically you can, but you're going to have to optimize based on how Bitcoin runs versus how NASDAQ runs, right? So there's a lot to it. In the end, once you've done the work, it actually is pretty boring, which is great. You want it to be boring. If trading is exciting for you, you're not doing it right. Trading has to be mechanical and boring. And speaking of which, say again?
Laborious.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Oops, what did I just do?
This is not fun. We're not going to tell you guys like, hey, you know what? You use this algo, you figure it out, and you're going to be on a yacht in San Tropez. You're going to be with the final boss of Ibiza.
we gotta play that clip, dude.
Gotta play the clip of the final boss of Ibiza, baby.
We're gonna play the final boss here in a minute. He's gonna be included in like videos and stuff.
Oh, he's awesome.
I found one that's
I want to grow up and be like him, dude.
Dude, he seems like a pretty chill dude. Like he's taking it well. But this trade was yesterday. Now, I did not get all this profit because my algo actually had me exit right around this yellow line, right? A little bit lower, actually, not as good as this. I exited at about a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So what does that mean? Let's talk a little bit about this. This was a trade that I shared with Algo Factory yesterday in kind of the late morning, right? And this was a 3-to-1 risk to reward at this point. I don't know that I did. I have to look at the actual trade because it's been kind of twisted. Let me go back to it. Okay, the entry was at 116,419, so a little bit higher. So it was way, yeah. Okay, this is more like it. So, and 116,419, is that correct? No, that was the price. Yeah, 116,419, and the stop was higher too. So let's make this correct. Give me a second. This, I think, is actually it. Yeah, right there where the line is. Okay. And the stop loss was at 116,212. I don't know how this thing got all screwed up. So this is what the trade actually looks like. I'm kind of looking over at it on the other screen here. So I entered at, I don't know, late morning, my time, maybe early afternoon, East Coast. So price went up. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense now that I've corrected this. And I took profit just below 1-to-1 because the algos gave me an exit. Now it shot up nicely and it came back down, and my algos said it was going to go down and to exit, and go down it did. Now it turns out there was a lot more gas in the can during the European session. So it ended up going all the way to my original target, which was almost a 3-to-1. So if I put, say, $300 on this trade, then I would have pulled out almost $1,000, like maybe $900 or a little bit less, maybe like 800 some odd dollars, had I stayed in the whole time. So now Algos said to get out. The time of day, the market, everything put together said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and instead of trying to make 800, I'm going to be happy with 300 and I'm going to get out. And that's what I did. And I'm happy with that. But this ended up going all the way to the target. So one thing that we do in Algo Factory is I put the trades up before I take them. That way people can see that I don't win every trade. I really don't. Like, now I'll limit my losses. I will win some all the way to target. Some of them will do like this. I'll take off half the risk and let the rest run. And, there's ways that my algo is designed to maximize profit, but really minimize loss more than maximize profit, right? Because actually minimizing loss is maximizing profit from a mathematical and philosophical standpoint. So long story short, though, this trade ended up going to target overnight. Now, the funny thing is I woke up at like right as this was going to head down, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I was wide awake, and I've learned to trust myself and say, if my body wakes me up, I need to go and look at the computer. Right. But I didn't do that because I just felt like I should get some healthy sleep. And I chose health over work, but I could have actually shorted this. The algo was screaming for a short right here on the way down. So I could have double dipped on this move, but I chose sleep instead. And now I'm not running this algo. I only run this particular algo manually, which is why you don't see any arrows on the screen. The algo that I could run automatically, I'm going to move the screen so you can see it. You see those little tabs right there? Those tabs run automatically, right? So I could, it would have caught this had I been running it at about 8:30, 9 o'clock my time. I would have caught this move up if I was running it automatically, but I tend not to run all the algos automatically. And that's because I can, right? I can sit here and day trade. And on top of that, there are issues with running things automatically. It's not as simple. We talked about that earlier. I don't need to expand on that. So anyway, that's how this trade went. Nice win. Now, to look at it from a macro standpoint, I do think that we're seeing the beginning of the reversal down for the euro, which is a move up for the dollar. But I do think that what we're going to see, let me zoom out. I'm going to delete all this stuff. And I'm going to zoom out to a higher time frame for this because the euro crashed down around the time of the European trade deal, right? And it's been going up since the beginning of the year, and it's been going up in a way that defies sort of sense, right? And there's been a lot of things in the market. V the Gorilla, you have commented on this. The way the market has been moving has not been making sense to a lot of very smart people. Is that correct? V, you're muted, I think. No, V might not be here. He might be.
You're breaking up bad, man.
Am I breaking up bad?
I don't know if it's you or me.
It might be you. It doesn't seem like it's me. Hey, someone in the oh no, my screen just flashed like it was yesterday. Hold on. Hey, audience members, let me know if I'm breaking up bad. Like, let me know either in the private chat or in the YouTube if I'm breaking up. Oh yeah, look at that. My screen's not moving either. Yeah, there. I think it's this is weird, man. I've been using this internet. Can you hear me, V, right now? V. Hello, V. Cowboy sounds fine. Okay, V, it's V the gorilla this time. And V's internet was funky just a day or two ago. But yeah, I'm good to go. I'm gonna send a private message to V. Okay, I'll just let V know it's his internet. I've been using this internet for 4 years where I live, going on 5, and it doesn't mess up too often. So this is V just came out. All right, anyway, so back to the subject at hand. V and his board, we call it the board, all his guys in like Wall Street and stuff. The way that the like NASDAQ has been moving, which is basically nothing but up, this time of year for the past few months, to him hasn't been making sense. For example, this is one of the ones where my predictions on the NASDAQ have not been that accurate. And I'm usually really accurate with the NASDAQ. But I expected the NASDAQ to go down right here, right? I expected it to head down a bit, but it's only been heading up in the last few days. And this probably has a lot to do with the news. If I go to the prediction I made on the public video, that might be a little more accurate. Let's see. I'm going to put on the prediction I made on Sunday for the weekly update video. We'll see how accurate I am on that. See, that's actually a bit more accurate. A little bit more. And this move down was caused by that employment data. And then this morning we had some more data come out. So this prediction that I made on the Sunday video that the public got to see, that actually is a bit more accurate. So that's good. I don't feel so bad. Let's go ahead and take stock of these, and then we'll move over to the private live lab. USD JPY, relatively accurate. It's not headed down as fast as I thought. Bitcoin, pretty accurate, going along the path that I expected. Euro, relatively accurate, not quite as accurate. It's more bullish than I thought it would be. So that the euro, I'm not going to call that a win. I mean, I did have a like a side deal. I had an alternate route where it could go up. So not an entire loss, but I'm not going to be that proud of this one. AUD USD, it was accurate for a minute, but again, I think the dollar has been getting weak a little unexpectedly. So kind of accurate for a few days, and then now it's just sort of not. I mean, if it comes back down, then I'll be happy with it. GBP JPY, not accurate at all. And I think this is a function of the dollar unexpectedly. Oh no, this is GBP. So the Japanese yen has been a little unexpectedly weak, it appears. V, you're back. Apparently it was you, huh?
Yeah, war.
We're just going over. We're going over my receipts. The last 2 weeks, my predictions were dead nuts on. The 2 weeks ago, my Monday report, last week's Monday report, they were almost all correct. This week, not so much. I mean, it's correct in a lot of ways. It's correct short term, certainly, but it seems that the dollar has gotten a little weaker than expected. Something happened to the dollar. You know what it is? I think the bond auctions were terrible. Someone has been unloading bonds, and I bet you that's why the dollar has gotten weak and why my predictions are kind of okay. They're not excellent. They're not bad. They're not excellent this week. But you know what? That's fine. I don't trade based on those. That's a general idea of what I think is going to happen. And then as the data comes out, we do these Tuesday morning shows live on YouTube for everybody to, to kind of see us get the new data and apply it to the charts. So there it is. V the Gorilla, sir, we're going to go over to the private live lab. Can I rely on your expert and awesome outros to get us over there?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, guys, don't sit around wondering if this is for you. You want to try something out, go try Rocky Road ice cream. You don't try Algo Factory. You do Algo Factory. So join us, algofactory.tech, and invest in yourself for once, God damn it. That being said, Cowboy, take it away.
Join us or die.
Just kidding. You're not going to die. We love you.